Welcome back to the Mike Check Show. Today we're shining a spotlight on one of baseball's most respected minds behind the plate, a six-time All-Star, Rookie of the Year, and the longtime leader for the Cleveland Indians. Please welcome Sandy Alomar Jr., baby.
Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that.
And the way I like to start off my podcast is by asking rapid-fire questions. Are you ready?
Go ahead.
Favorite pitcher you ever caught?
I have to say Charles Nagy because we came out together with the Cleveland Indians, and he was our ace, and we went to battles together. So I have to, respect that man. Pitched many years in the big leagues, kind of like Jared Wright, and also Mark Burley from the White Sox.
Oh, amazing pitcher. Toughest hitter you had to plan. You had to game plan against. Who was the toughest pitcher? Batter, I'm sorry.
Batter, I have to say Frank Thomas. Frank Thomas was tough.
The Big Hurt?
The Big Hurt was he was always up there, like a high batting average, on base percentage, can cover pitches way up off the plate, and he can do some damage with it. He was pretty tough.
A strong hitter. He was a very strong hitter. Wow, he's a monster out there.
But not only he was strong, he hit for average too.
Right. Mm-hmm. Amazing baseball player. One game you wish you could replay?
Game 7 of the World Series in '97.
I knew it.
That, right?
I knew it.
Hopefully we'd have had a different angle. Everybody calls me once in a while and say, "Hey, the game's on TV." I already know the outcome.
Best clubhouse prank you've seen?
Oh wow, we pranked Manny Ramirez and Julian Tavara with a 3-man lift in New York. Actually, it was in New York, old Yankee Stadium.
Wow,
the 3-man lift. I don't know if you know what that is.
Yeah.
It's a good prank.
Yeah. Most underrated skill of a catcher.
Most underrated skill of a catcher. I have to say game calling. Game calling is very underrated. If you mean like things that people don't talk about, they talk about arm blocking and arm blocking and receiving, but the game calling and leadership is very important. Sometimes that's misled.
What about the legs? You got to have some strong legs.
Well, you're talking about physical. So in the past, legs and backs.
Yeah, absolutely. Hardest ballpark to play on the road?
Well, I have to tell you, I love playing in New York. I love playing in Boston, but the atmosphere is probably the hardest ballparks to play, especially for young kids.
Ahora, para mi gente, yo lo vi a usted jugar y todo el mundo, todos los beisbolistas, los peloteros con los que yo he hablado, le he dicho que Sandy es uno de mis jugadores favoritos, y se lo dije a Kenny Lofton, se lo dije a Royce Clayton, se lo dije a Mike Liberto, que también era un catcher. It's like a dream come true, Sandy.
Sí, la realidad es que the reality is I play with Kenny. I also play with Royce Clayton in Chicago with the White Sox. What a great guy. He's very underrated defensively too. He was an unbelievable shortstop. Royce Clayton had to replace Ozzie. La comunicación. Bien importante, colaboración y comunicación. Hay veces que no hay mezcla entre jugadores, pero cuando estás en el campo de terreno tiene que haber esa mezcla, porque tienes que sacar todo lo que pasa de fuera y el ego dejarlo en la puerta. Y tú estás jugando para tu equipo, tu familia y para la ciudad. Y tienes que demostrar tu mejor intención cuando estás con tus compañeros en el campo de terreno.
Eso de ahí, ojalá que lo escuche un pelotero, que está comenzando o quiere ir a las grandes ligas. That's a perfect advice. Y es verdad lo que usted dice. Es verdad. Yo siempre he dicho que a mí me gusta el baloncesto.
Okay.
No pude jugar porque yo era ganguero por 25 años. Y mis papás no me criaron así. yo fui que cogí esa ruta y decepcioné a mi mamá 100%. Pero si usted ve ahora, gracias a Dios que conocí a mi esposa y en el 2018, por la gracia del Señor, de Jesucristo, me pude retirar. So I say that to say, you know, anything is possible, but always God first. Y este podcast, cuando yo lo comencé, el propósito era hablar con ustedes, con pro athletes, pero también encourage you guys to put God first and to follow God. That was my
Amén, brother,
purpose.
amén.
That was my
Absolutely.
purpose. Entonces, I believe, I have faith. I gave my life to Jesus Christ 3 years ago. So I believe and I know that the reason why this podcast is flourishing is because I put God first.
Absolutely, my man.
You know, that's my goal. You know, I want to preach the word everywhere I go.
And you're
You
gonna
know,
flourish, and you're gonna flourish.
thank you, Sandy. Oh man,
Yeah.
coming from you. ¿Quiénes fueron los mentores o figuras en el béisbol que moldearon su comprensión del?
Bueno, desde pequeñito mi papá me enseñó a ser de la persona que soy.
Claro.
Después que yo llegué a Cleveland, yo tuve muchos mentores. O sea, Tony Peña fue uno. Tony Peña fue tremendo conmigo. Tony Peña me
Wow, Tony
ayudó
Peña.
mucho, mucho, mucho. Pero antes que llegara Tony Peña, también estaba Junior Ortiz. Me pusieron catcher más veterano, haciendo lo mismo que yo hice más tarde, ayudándome, sin temer a perder su trabajo. Esos peloteros fueron grandes para mí. Yo tuve peloteros veteranos como Candy Maldonado en Cleveland, que ayudaron mucho, Denis Martínez, Orel Richardson, Eddie Murray y Tony Peña, que ellos los trajeron a Cleveland en 1990, porque el núcleo de nosotros, del 1990 a 1993, éramos peloteros jóvenes con
Sí,
talento,
sí, 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 sí.
pero no teníamos, como grupo, no teníamos la manera de virar la curvita y ser un equipo ganador. Mucho talento, pero no sabíamos cómo ganar. Yo vine de una organización en San Diego que tuve la oportunidad de ganar 2 campeonatos en ligas menores, 87 y 88. 87 doble campeones de la Texas League y de... O sea, ya tenía esa mentalidad, pero en Grandes Ligas, cuando me cambiaron hacia Cleveland, el equipo no era así. O sea, todo empezó con, me imagino yo, que Carlos Baerga.
¿Usted cree que aprendió eso por los jugadores que estaban ahí ya, los veteranos eso? Usted aprendió a coger ese ejemplo y usarlo usted mismo después,
Oh,
¿verdad?
sí, claro, porque esos peloteros te daban responsabilidades a ti. Decirte la verdad que Vince se lo cambiaron por Julio Franco.
Yep.
Creo que fue ese cambio. Y yo pensé, wow, se me fue Julio Franco, pero vino Kevin Saiso con esa misma mentalidad, porque ya estaba siendo suplente y jugador utility.
Wow, that's amazing. See, do you have one name for the 95 Indians? And he said, explosive. Me dice, look, this is why. Carlos Baelga, Jim Tomey, Sandy Arbor Bell, you know, he's going one by one. He said, this is why. This was the best team. And I agree.
Teníamos mucha recognición de la zona del strike. Entonces, siempre teníamos un buen plan. Y porque ahí estaba también Eddie Murray, que era un excelente, bueno, Hall of Famer, un excelente bateador, que le daba idea a los bateadores. ¿Tú me entiendes? Entonces, Tony Peña con la defensa, de ayudándote a llamar el juego, cómo en estas situaciones, cómo correr un meeting. Yo sabía, ya tenía una idea, pero cuando él vino ya tiene un receptor con mucha experiencia.
Claro.
Pues entonces yo me convertí como una esponja, tratando de sacarle todo lo que podía a Tony para que, no, Tony Peña, o sea, era uno pelotero que yo veía jugar cuando yo era chamaquito, subiendo. Y para mí, eso fue una cosa increíble, estar con esos peloteros y ver cómo se ayudaban uno de los otros. Y fue como se dice, un run que fue tremendo en los 90 que nosotros disfrutábamos, siempre estábamos juntos, una gran unión, comíamos juntos en todos los road trips y nada, eso era como una familia, una familia.
¿Usted extraña eso?
Oh, mano, es increíble. Esos tiempos fueron inolvidables. Y no, mi hermano, se me paran los pelos porque de 1 a 9 todo el mundo bateaba. De 1 a 9 todo
Oh
el mundo
man.
traía.
You had Oral Hershiser, no? También. It was by far the best team. It was like the Avengers, you know. I remember viéndolo, it was just unbelievable. You had hitting, you had Golden Glove, you had pitching. You as a cat, you had everything,
Yeah,
everything.
we had hitting, pitching, and defense. He's probably the best team that ever won the World Series.
Como
So
sea.
so he started a franchise called RA12, which was a franchise that him and my dad was trying to create for those players that I'm gonna say red shirt from the other teams in winter ball or
Sí.
the teams we're not gonna use. They grab some of those players from A ball, double A, and put them into play and develop them. And some of those players end up playing back to the other teams, but the program was good to the point that last year, not in 25, but in 24, they went to the finals.
Wow.
They went to the final. So like he has done a good thing in development, giving opportunity to younger kids to have a chance to play, and I'm very proud of that.
¿Ustedes se ven así
Sí, sí,
yeah?
cuando vaya a Puerto Rico nos vemos, nos vemos. Nos vamos a Puerto Rico, nos vemos, pero no tanto como hacíamos antes. Siempre nos comunicamos, no hay... él está con sus niños ahora y aprendiendo ese equipo, pero sí, sí pues, hemos tenido una relación buena aquí y bien apegada.
Siempre, siempre, ya, ya. Eh, ¿cómo usted enfrentó los baches o desafíos en su carrera?
Mano, de verdad te quiero decir que mi mamá ha ayudado mucho. Mi mamá es bien religiosa. Y yo aprendí que desde pequeñito y de las teorías de mi papá que me decía, mira, este es un juego que tú vas a fracasar mucho. Tú vas a fracasar. Inclusive cuando tienes éxito, estás fracasando. Si tú bateas 3 hits en 10 turnos, estás bateando 300, fallaste 7 veces de 10
Oh, yeah.
y estás en el Hall of Fame. Si
Sí,
da
sí.
3000 hits, pero si bateas 300, es el único deporte que la defensa tiene la bola. Entonces, son tantas cosas en el deporte, en este deporte ofensivamente. Tratar de hacer cosas pequeñas y a veces las cosas extraordinarias salen. Porque a veces queremos hacer tanto y tanto de más, que tanto y tanto que no trabaja en contra de nosotros. ¿Me entiendes lo que te quiero decir? Like sometimes we try to do so much that it works against us. And you just gotta stay simple. You gotta stay what brought you to that level. I know that.
Which is the fundamentals.
Correct.
Yeah.
Fundamental baseball is what's going to carry a lot teams to winning baseball. Look at the Guardians. We don't have the most power. We don't have the most speed. We don't have the best defense in baseball, but we are good at everything we do, and we play baseball. We
Yeah.
move runners, we steal, we pitch, and we catch the ball. Not the best, but efficiently. And that's going to give you an opportunity to be in postseason.
Do you like how the sport or where the sport is going now? Because everything is about analytics.
There is an evolution. Yes, you have to understand how to filter information to the player, and you have to understand who you're filtering and how much he can handle. Don't force it. Don't force it. I think fundamentals come first. And another thing that I always say, try to learn as much of the rules as you can so you become a very smart player. You don't have to be the most talented player, but if you know the rules and you play fundamental baseball, you might have a great opportunity to be in baseball for a long time. Because teams need players like that. You cannot have all the same. You have to have people that can carry you different. You have to have people in different positions. You have to have people that can do the little things, not just the big things. Because there are going to be times that you're going to face pitchers that it's very difficult to do the big things. So what do? You try to do the little things and try to scratch around here, make that guy move, but put the ball in play.
Right, right, right.
Uh, what's happening in baseball right now? There's so much focus on velocity and exit velocity.
I don't know
And
why. It doesn't make sense.
People worry about how hard the contact you made. So if you hit the ball hard more than none, it's very hard to defend it. Uh, versus a guy that hit the ball average speed is pretty much easier to defend those baseballs. But what I'm saying is not always is exit velocity and velocity. Commands come into play in pitching. If you don't have no command, you can
Right.
throw 100 miles per hour, but if you don't throw the ball with a play, you're going to have 100 pitches in 4 innings. Now the bullpen's in the game. And hitting wise, what is you hit the ball hard 2 times and struck out 8 times. You only have opportunity 2 times. You got to
Yeah.
put the ball in play, man. Well, you might hit 2 balls hard, but those 2 balls hard might be end up in a glove. So now you hit the ball hard 2 times. You struck out 8 times. Now you're 0 for 10 because you hit those two. Let's say you hit those 2 balls right at somebody, versus the guy that maybe hit the ball 7 times out of 10, but hit the ball like maybe 80 miles or 85 or 90 miles an hour. He might get 3 or 4 hits out of those.
Right.
He might find a hole, but they call that good luck. When you hit the ball hard, right at somebody, it's bad luck. So, but my point is like, well, that's because you're not giving a 0 on exit velocity average when the guy strikes out. You don't get penalized. It's only on balls in play. So I don't think that's fair to say that Jose Ramirez doesn't have the he's not in the top on exit velocity. He's not. His bat is on plane early, so he put the ball in play, and he still hit homers and still steal bases and still hit hits. So they're gonna call him a unicorn. But the reality is like there's gonna be a situation that you don't need a home run. You just need to put the ball in play. So all those fundamentals and areas of hitting, you have to practice.
It's like I see it this way. Like uh basketball changed a lot, right? Because they shoot a
Threes.
lot of threes. And a lot of people disagree with me, but I believe that Steph Curry started that,
Yes.
right? Because he shoots from very far, and now these kids want to emulate the same thing. In baseball, right? You had it once, which was Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa.
Yeah.
They had the 60
There's,
homer, 70 home run
and
season.
Barry Bonds.
And Barry, yeah, but Barry's like the unicorn of unicorns. That's what
Yes.
they call him. I asked Royce Clayton, I said, who's the greatest baseball player? And Royce Clayton said Barry Bonds. I said, wow,
Absolutely.
okay. All right. But I think that nowadays, Soto, Judge, I don't want to blame them, but I have to blame them.
Yeah.
Every time you see Soto and Judge, Sandy, the first thing that comes to mind is, oh, he's gonna send it 450 feet.
Yeah, those guys are special, man. There's not that many of those guys. So like those are unique. Those are unique guys. Those guys have they control the zone. They walk a lot and they crush mistakes. Those guys crush mistakes.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
not everybody can be Soto and Judge.
It's scary to pitch to them, though.
Yeah, it's impossible.
I believe it's scary because if you throw one flat straight, it's gone.
Yeah,
a hanging curve,
absolutely, 100%.
Hanging slider is gone.
Yeah, those guys are pretty good players. The thing is like teams see it like this. It's very hard in today's game to string hits. It's very hard in today's game to get 4 hits to score a run. They rather you go for power because they believe that it's very hard to get 3 straight hits or 4 straight hits. In occasion, it's going to happen, but it doesn't happen often. That's why they want to hit. That's why the OPS and the slug in the OPS and all that on base percentage is huge right now, because you can get on base by walking, not just hitting.
Right, exactly.
By pitch and stuff like that. So
exactly. So I hate it. I hate analytics. I just hate it. Go back to regular baseball, Sandy. Right? You confuse the player, right? I'm assuming players like you don't get confused because you played in this game for a long time. But an up and comer, a minor leaguer or a triple A, they focus on that too much. You're not going to have a long career. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So some of these kids know analytics better than you. To be honest with you, the agents teaching that. So they know what it's going to take to get him paid. They know what the teams do to pay players. So Uh, at times, I feel like some of the players play for war and they don't play,
There you
the game
go.
the right way. So
Yes.
uh, I like to play the game to win, and our organization do a pretty good job on that. And I think that's why we you see us lingering around in the postseason. Maybe we don't go all the way to the end, but we always lingering around in postseason. So a lot of postseasons got to go through Cleveland. And if you haven't seen that, like we've been in the postseason
No, yeah, yeah, yeah.
many times the last 10 years.
Yep.
I mean, maybe we get out talented at the end, but the reality is it's just because we play fundamental baseball.
How do you see this season coming up for Cleveland?
I see good. I mean, our staff is healthy. I
Yeah.
think that we didn't go far last year. Our bullpen is pretty good. Yeah, we're working very hard to become a better hitting team. Uh, Trying to make better contact, go the other way. I think good things are coming for our team. I know we had, Detroit's pretty good team too. Their pitching staff kind of got loaded now with Valdez and
Oh
Verlander,
man.
and they got the best pitcher in the world in Skubal. So we know we have, but we play them very well. So we play them all the time. But Kansas City is good too. So
Oh,
they're a good
100%.
team. Yes, and at the end of the season last year, Minnesota started playing much better baseball. So the division is getting stronger, even though people say it's the weakest division. The White Sox are not just a slight pushover. They haven't reached to their potential yet. They're still regrouping, but they play hard. They play hard, and they also are coming. So our window's still open. Our window's still open. We have young guys that can. If we stay healthy, our window's going to be pretty good.
You're excited for this season, Sandy? Very excited.
Absolutely. A little bit of taste from last year. We got end up eliminated early.
I have two more questions for you, and one of them, I am 100% sure, Sandy, no one has ever asked you this question. But I want to start off with this one. What would you want your legacy to be?
Nobody asked me that question, but I want people to understand that I have a passion for this game. That I did everything I could to teach these kids to be the best players I could be, to take advantage of the ability that God gave me, and go out there and don't waste it. Don't waste the opportunity that God gave me. I had injuries that kind of hinder my career, especially early. They had to make many changes, but that I was a resilient guy, that I never gave up, and I was passionate for the game and tried to help others.
The Alomar last name in baseball is stamped for life. You know, it's by far one of the greatest last names to ever play the sport in
Well, I
my
appreciate
eyes.
that, Mike.
Now,
We did definitely. We played with a lot of pride. We were very proud of our heritage and our family, and we were trying to do the best we could to represent.
this last question, uh, I thought about it right as we are speaking, and it's by far the reason why I started this podcast. So, are you ready for this question?
Go ahead.
You sure, Sandy?
Okay.
Who is Jesus Christ to you?
The leader. The leader is our soul. Our family always been in very very Christian, and we can do nothing if it's not to Jesus. Like He's and God. It's like that's the way it is. Like when you feel weak, you gotta look it up to that. Our family, my mom is very very religious, and she's always praying for us, and you have to pray for yourself too and for others. But at the end of the day, he's number one. That we just kettled over here. We have to help others, and I really have to say that yeah, in order to get better in this world, you have that belief.
Yenda, man. I told my wife, I said, if you only knew who I was speaking to just now, who I'm gonna speak to, man, you know, I don't know what to say. God has blessed me to speak to a lot of you guys, but most importantly, to guys that I I saw grow up into guys that I fell in love with them playing this, the game. And to me, this is an honor to have spoken to you and hang out with me and my viewers and my public. Thank you for taking some time out of your day, to come hang out with me. Thank you so much. And God bless you and God bless your brother, your mother, but bless your entire family, your wife, your kids. I see your ring. I love it. I love it. And always put God first. Sandy, please go follow Sandy.